he's not that cute, but he's rich, that is a recipe for getting cheated on and divorced.
Right.
But if it's like, man, I really like hooking up with this guy, and then I found out that he's well off financially, and now he wants me to not work anymore, that's a recipe for Prince Charming. That's a recipe for 75 years of marriage.
How do you get a man to pay your bills?
You say rent is due.
Like that.
I'm like, it all depends on where the man is at financially too. Like, I have dated like mostly very wealthy men. And so if you go to a very wealthy man, like for example, my last boyfriend, we were traveling and I think like, I was like, I can't travel all the time. I need to work and pay my bills. And he was like, how much are your bills? And that's it.
And then do you show him how thankful you are? What is it afterwards?
I'm
Let's say
there.
you show up.
I'm there.
That's you being thankful.
Yeah, and any wealthy man that I've dated, they've watched my content. I'm sure that they'll watch this. It never even occurs to them to be like, aren't you grateful?
So you don't become more submissive if they pay your bills. You continue being
I definitely become easier to get along with. Like, I'm not worried about working all the time. I'm not stressed out about how
which
I'm going to...
puts you in your feminine energy.
Yeah. Definitely like, oh, yeah, we can just like chill all day and go to Erewhon and like go see a movie and I'm on your schedule and da-da-da-da-da. Like, I have more availability. I have more free time and I'm in a better mood. And like, I think any wealthy man that I've known, that's part of the appeal of having money.
What do you think, ladies?
So that was the girl that that last video was referring to, because she just got engaged and her I guess MJ, her name is. Yeah. Her whole content is like kind of like, yeah, like guys for money, but like, you know, it's oppressive to like get married and have kids and this and that. But like all of a sudden you pop up with a ring on your finger and you're all like submissive and like simping on this dude or whatever, which she'll only show like one part of his, she won't even show his whole face. She'll only like show part of it, but she's like gallivanting around Europe right now and like all this stuff. So it's like, okay, so it's like
she better not show his face. She's an ungrateful woman who's getting treated financially. Women are going to crawl into this man's DMs trying to get at her. Are you kidding? Of course she's not going to show his face.
But she's not lying. I mean, if women are being very honest, okay, if we can go back, you can look at every civilization, every culture. There's like anthropology. Okay?
Yes.
It is the natural design for a man to be the lead, to be the provider, right? Okay. And so no matter how strong women say that they are, independent that they are, and things like that, they do soften when they feel a man is providing for her. And that's a fact, you know. And so people will act like I'm independent. I'm a very independent woman.
Yeah, when that
I've
10,
made my
20
own
grand hits your bank account, I feel really relaxed.
I'm down. I am on my knees laying down.
Listen,
she said she's on her knees.
But also
I'm thankful. I'm
but it's not even a rite of passage. It's just the natural design.
Sure.
Okay?
My point is, I would actually rather have a woman desire me and then find out I have money. I would rather have a woman like completely show to me how genuinely attracted she is to me, and then once we're in that part of the relationship, then I choose to take care of her.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, because you can't go the other way.
You're vetting.
He's not that cute, but he's rich. That is a recipe for getting cheated on and divorced.
Right.
But if it's like, man, I really like hooking up with this guy, and then I found out that he's well off financially, and now he wants me to not work anymore, that's a recipe for Prince Charming. That's a recipe for 75 years of marriage. That's my point. But I think genuine desire should come before money. And then once you have a good woman who like you come home and everything is just like, well, I didn't ask her to do any of this. I just came home and all of my clothes were folded and like she washed all my sheets and she's making me food and I didn't ask for any of this. And I was just like, babe, where do you want to go? She's like, London. Let's go to London. Like no question about it. But I chose to do that after I found a woman who genuinely desired me.
There will never be an equal exchange of value between men and women. It's just simply not impossible. I hate the conversations where people will say, well, what do you bring to the table? That should never happen because there is no such thing as an equal exchange of value.
There's no way to measure it.
Well, exactly that. And I think it was Tristan Tate said something like, simping is an unequal exchange of value. If that's the case, then every man on planet Earth is simping right now. There has to be something that you find that woman, like, I think this sounds really irrational for this woman to be saying, well, I have these guys and they're basically they're sugar daddies, right? They have these guys that are just rents due. The money comes in. She's not fucking them. She's not doing anything with them. She's just there. And she's just like sort of a female companion who just happens to hang out with them. And she's nicer because of that. And here's a whole bunch of money just so you'll be a nice human being. right? And that's a commodity right now. It's so rare for some guys that you can commodify it right now. And I think that's a testament to what I'm saying when I say there's no such thing as an equal exchange of value.
But my question is, when you're vetting a girl like that, how is she working 40 to 60 hours a week going to do all of those household chores for you?
I don't need her to work that much. She did it once, and I was like, baby, you don't have to do this again. I have a Augustina as my I have a housekeeper.
But it was
whenever my girl's ever stressed, I'm like, put that down. I'm calling the housekeeper. Don't ever fucking do this.
But
Don't
it was
ever...
the intention of her wanting to
yes,
take
it was just
something
the
off of
intention.
your
Yes.
plate.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. She passed the test. She didn't even know she was taking it. That's exactly right. Yes.